a blessed evening. Yes, I am. Yes, I am having a blessed evening. So, this is part one of mental illness in New York City. It is severely at an all-time high, right? And if you look at my descriptions, I talk about it. I talk about it. Yes, I do. Right? If you look 20 years prior to today, or even 10 years, you can see that the mental illness has dramatically took a uproar. It took an uproar, and it has to do of chemicals that's being placed inside of this synthetic weed, drugs, and everything else. I'm even thinking that it has to do with cigarettes also. Don't quote me on that. The reason why I'm saying that because if you look and see a lot of crime that's taking place, people don't even know the acts they are doing. You can see all on social media, all on these platforms, that when officers step in to make an arrest or just anything, it could be the uniform, it could be an officer, it could be an MTA worker, it could be anybody that have some type of status in society, in our city, and they are being hurt and abused and beaten severely. It has to do with the chemicals that is flowing in our country and that is here, that is procreated in laboratories. This stuff is procreated in laboratories, and it is fed to us, and especially hit the inner cities, our neighborhoods, and our communities, right? So not only that is a war that we have to look at, that is a war itself. Mental illness is crime, right? It's our schools, jobs, all of these things that we have to focus on in society as a community is at a low time high. The schools is at a low time high. Um, College, jobs, just people mental health is at a low time high. I mean, yeah, a low time, all time high. Meaning the acts that they do, they don't even know that they're doing these acts. They don't know that they're doing these acts, man. And a lot of it has to do with drugs. A lot of it has to do with drugs, man. It's some type of chemical imbalance that's inside the drugs that's setting off in your brain. And it's suppressing the wrong of your side of your thoughts. Like, you know, you will gain conscious, but if I do this, I might end up jail for the rest of my life. That part of our self is being oppressed. It's being oppressed by the drugs, our communities, and everything else. I want you to look at that. That's very, very closely. I want you to do the studies, because I ain't do the studies, but I know that is wrong. You can look and see 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and so forth and so on, how the mental illness wasn't even thought of. It was there, but it wasn't even thought of the way it is right now. It's at an all-time high in the mental illness. It's because of the chemicals that they spray in these drugs and everything else that is causing people to not have empathy, to not have care, to not have concern, and everything else. The reason why I'm talking about that It's because all on social media and all on these major platforms, you see it all too often. When something is going on in our neighborhoods, and people are doing things they're supposed to do, the officers show up, right? And they was like, "Yo, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. Yo, get off my man, get off my man." And they become aggressively towards these officers, and the officers can't even do their job, right? And the officers is not trained to deal with mental illness. They're not trained for that. They say they train for that, but when they see that, they see aggression, and they go for their gun, ready to kill. They don't know how to dot all time high. All time high.